Dreux Ferrano, your comedy minute. Go ahead, my friend.
Gotcha. I'm gonna get a picture aid here so that this lovely this
Picture
lovely
aid.
story. Yeah, you need to see it to
Okay.
understand.
All
I need
right.
two pictures. So this is the story about the way how I figured out that my mom loves me, and it requires a
Okay.
couple pictures. To long story short, it involves the movie Aladdin, a beer logo, and my brain actively working against me at all times.
Okay.
Basically, we got to talk about nightmares if we're going to talk about this. And
Right.
when I was young, I think I was about 4. I saw the Red Dog beer logo. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. That looks like that. See
Okay.
that?
Yep.
Now, if that's not scary, I don't know what it's got these dead eyes. Look at it. It
Yep.
stares right past you.
Yep.
I don't it looks hungry to me.
Right. Yep.
And I was 4. And that night, when I went to sleep, I had a nightmare immediately about this being on a large movie screen. And it started moving, and then it got closer and closer. It came out of the screen, and it ripped my arm off of my body. And I was horrified when I woke up because that
Okay.
day we were going to leave to go see Aladdin in theaters. It was 1998. Now, I don't know if you've seen Aladdin. Have you seen it?
It's been a long time, but
Okay.
I remember it a little
Okay.
bit.
Well, in Aladdin, at the beginning, most importantly, there's a scene where they have this big song where it's really dark and scary, and they're all singing about how they'll kill you if they don't like your face and crazy stuff like that. And there's a part in the movie where they're in the desert and they're trying to find something, and they grab their little what are they called? The scarab beetle, and it goes into the sand, and then let me see if I can get this thing to cooperate with me here, because this thing wants to look at my face. There we go. You see that? You see that? That's called the Cave of Wonders. Now, when I was 4 and I saw that, I went, "It's real!" And I ran out of the theater at 100 miles an hour. I'm 4 years old, never run so fast in my life.
Okay.
I was a track star back then. I went from my mother's son to my mother's missing son for several minutes, and I was dodging popcorn, jumping over the arcade machines. I turned around, looked behind me. It was right there. I was in another nightmare. I passed out into another nightmare. And when I eventually woke up, I was outside of the theater somewhere, and we went back home. Couldn't go back in. I was so scared of what was on the screen. I didn't even want to go into the theater. A
Okay.
week passes, and we're watching the commercials for the movie for Aladdin. I want to go see the movie because I'm 4. So I want to go. I want to go. And so we're watching it. It has the Cave of Wonders. I'm not scared. It's very small on the TV. And my mom's like, "See it? It's not gonna hurt you." So we go to the theater the second time, and that's how I know my mom loves me. That she brought me to the movie theater the second time, and I'm sitting there, and she's sitting next to me, and she's like, "You know what's gonna happen, right?" Because the scene started. I see the beetle, and she's like, "It's gonna go in the sand." I'm like, "That's right." And then the thing's gonna come out, and I'm like, "Yes, it is." And it's not gonna hurt you, right? And I said, "Yes, mother, it's not gonna hurt me." And then the Cave of Wonders came out and went, "Roar," and then I got the fuck out of that theater. I ran out of there. I went from her son that was very scared to her missing son once more, and I was even harder to find the second time.